elsewhere. Pitches out to Preventure. He's going to go wide to the left. Around the corner. Touchdown, Eisenhower. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Eisenhower Eagle Football Review. I'm Tim Meyer with Coach Chris Smith. And, Coach, congratulations on a district championship. Man, you waited to the very end to pull this one out.
Yeah, just an unbelievable game. I mean, Rochester Adams plays great defense, and we were playing great defense. It's just one of those hard-hitting, right to the end games, you know.
Were you worried that your defense was on the field maybe a little too long?
No, we were playing outstanding defense, so, actually I was kind of glad we were out there because we weren't moving the ball really much on offense. They were taking away a lot of things that we do offensively, so the only way to win a game like this is to kind of gain field position, and to do that you got to be on defense and your special teams. So I thought our defense came through in that regard.
You got a big play from Henry Janeway. He knocked the ball loose, and Ryan Belts recovered. Do you think that was going to be a big momentum changer for you, where you're really going to punch it in?
Yeah, no, I don't know about punching it in, but it was definitely a huge momentum changer. I mean, it gave us great field position, and we had the ball basically in field goal range at that point. So, yeah, it was definitely a huge turning point in the game for us.
Hey, with 2:52 left to go, it was Jack Morris and Caleb Oyster. Something happened on the exchange. Is that what you saw up there? And he fumbled the football. Is that what you saw was a bad exchange?
Yeah, it's something to do with the exchange. I have to watch the film on it, but it doesn't matter. The ball was on the ground, and they got it. And but I knew there was a lot of time left, and we were playing great defense. Had 2 timeouts, come up with a stop, and use our timeouts and have enough time on the clock to be able to hopefully, give us a chance to make a play, which is what we did.
You made a mistake with the fumble of the football, but they made some mistakes with some penalties late, which pushed them back, and they had to punt from way back there, that funny punt formation they got.
Right, yeah. I mean, I think both teams were not, we're not completely mistake-free, but when you play as hard as both teams played today and give it all you got, and those mental mistakes, they can happen. And, it gave us an opportunity, like I said, in the end to make a play.
And almost making a play at the end. The very end was Massimo D'Aristotle. Boy, did you think he had that football for the interception?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be one of those, Sports Center highlights, where he juggled it around his back, through his legs. But he played all game, and he played outstanding for us. He didn't come off the field today. He punted for us and played all the special teams, offense, defense. So he was really outstanding for us. You got the ball back.
Minute 51. The play that Jack Morris made on the post pattern to Ben Metz, you guys called that in a timeout?
Well, John and Giorgio, rang up that call, and he's done a great job making calls like that all year. But I think the base of it was the team was man-to-man in our face all game. We had to go one-on-one and try to get something open and just take a shot at it. They were leaving the middle of the field open for us. And so a post pattern was, our best shot of chance. And Jack throws a great post. It's one of his best passes that he throws. So give him a chance to throw it. He put it up there and put it right in Metz's hands. And Metz made a great catch because that guy was all over him.
Yeah, Max Whitwer's out. People making a big deal. You guys aren't going to go any farther. But keep pecking away at it. And, Jack keeps pecking away their quarterback. And son of a gun, you keep winning football games. The next thing you know, you're going to be done and be champions.
Yeah, I mean, losing Max is a huge loss for anybody, but, you still got to play the games, and we have an outstanding offensive line, outstanding skilled players. Defensively, we've been playing great defense all year, which always gives you a chance to be in every game. And so, of course, you would like to have Max in the game, but, Jack's my next best kid, the next kid that you would want in the game out of the kids that I've seen in the MAC ready. And, I mean, he's probably, one of the top quarterbacks in the county.
Well, you got play another Oakland County team. I believe it's going to be here. And I think it's West Bloomfield. They've had pretty good success. Beat Adams as well. Your thoughts? Have you seen anything on their team?
Yeah, I've seen them play. I saw them live at the Wayne State, which was earlier in the year, and then I saw them on film against Adams. Yeah, they're an outstanding football team.
How do they differ from Rochester Adams?
Well, they're more of a spread offense, and they're going to throw the ball. They got a quarterback going to Bowling Green. They got 2 wide receivers, both committed to go to Wisconsin. A couple of Division I offensive linemen. So they're an outstanding team, and it's really going to be another fight just like this, another battle, and we're going to have to scratch and claw it and take every play one at a time.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the district championship, and best of luck next week against West Bloomfield.
Okay, thank you.
Well, the star of the game tonight, at least at the very end, is Ben Metz. And Ben, talk us through that play. Did you guys call that play in the huddle, the post pattern that scored a touchdown?
Called a timeout right before that play, called it in the huddle. First thing they told me is got to get off the line, get an inside release. Once I got the inside release, I knew we had him beat. Good throw, touchdown.
And Jack really put it right there on the money for sure. It seemed like they were kind of pressing you guys all night as wide receivers.
Yep, they were up in our faces all night, man to man. Hardly an inside release, got one on him. Jack made a perfect throw.
What were you thinking? You saw that ball up in the air.
Second I saw it left his hand, all I thought in my head was, I got to catch this one. It's a big catch.
And you caught it, came down with it. It was a touchdown. And after you scored, what was the feeling?
It's probably the most excited I've ever been in my life. It was a great feeling to come out, do that with all these kids I've been playing with for so long. And it was just great I could come through for them and we could win this game together.
It's difficult, your all-state quarterback, Max Whitwer, being out and Jack kind of thrown in there. You think he would have made a difference tonight?
Well, of course, he's always a great player. He's going to make a difference, but Jack stepped up. Jack's just a winner, and that's what he came out here to do, and we came out here and won. So it's a good job by him.
Let's talk a little bit about on the other side of the football. You played a little defense out there, a little safety. They got a pass early on that route. What happened on that route?
It's a little mix-up in coverage, but it wasn't a big deal. We came back, talked about it, reset, and defense played great throughout the night.
And you also made a touchdown-saving tackle on Mr. Gray. Did you think you were going to get him?
We worked that every day in practice. Pursuit angle, 100% effort to the ball. I went down there, was on the other side of the field, came down, sprinted after him, took a good angle, knocked him out of bounds, prevented a touchdown.
Well, you lived for another day tonight, and congratulations on winning the district. I know there's some folks you want to say hello to, so go ahead.
I want to say hi to my parents, my grandpa's at every game. Big shout out to him. I want to say shout out to all the fans that stayed throughout the night. I know it's not too warm up there for you guys.
Another star on both sides of the football for Eisenhower, Alex Schmidt. And Alex, you came out early and really put a stop in that middle of the line.
Yeah, Coach Smith just told us, every play is a battle. So, play every play like it's your last play, just keep fighting. And so he, trained us good all week, told us every run to do, and just worked out.
Talk a little bit about the trenches and the battles in there, and the difficulties maybe that you might have been having.
It's a pretty tough fight. You win some and you lose some, but you just keep fighting, keep resetting, and keep trying to, win in the end.
And it looks like your mate there in the tackle side, little Ryan Belts, that came up with a big fumble recovery, but he seems to get two guys on him all the time.
Yeah, because he usually plays nose tackle, so he gets double teamed a lot. But he's really great. It's really fun having him there, and it's really fun playing football with him.
Now, you guys had to be on the field quite a bit defensively, and there was a concern in the booth that maybe you guys would get a little tired. But were you guys tired at all at one time?
There were points where you felt like you were really tired, but you just keep going, you keep fighting. You really want it. You really want that win. You can just tough it out.
How tough was that running back for them, Rosselli, number 4, to bring down?
Number 4 he's pretty tough. He's probably one of the best we've played this year. He's a really good player, and it was really fun playing against him.
You're down 6-3. Looks like probably not much hope. Minute 51 left to play. What was going through your mind as the time was ticking down?
Nothing really. I was just thinking next play, next play, next play, not really thinking about the score. Because it distracts you. You just got to keep playing. You got to keep playing the game.
How about when you saw Ben Metz catch that football?
When Ben caught the football, that was probably one of the greatest plays I've ever seen. It was so fun. Running down the field was probably one of the most exciting moments ever.
Well, Alec, congratulations on winning this district championship, and I'll let you tell you hello to some folks out there.
I'd just like to say hi to my friends and family out there for supporting me through this whole thing.
Now here's Eisenhower's all-star tonight, Henry Janeway, and on defense, you were an animal out there. You seemed to tackle two guys at once, the ball carrier and the would-be ball carrier. How did you have so much success tonight? What do you attribute it to?
Do or die is playoffs, and I'm not trying to go home and watch other teams play football. I'm trying to play football until a state championship. So I was going to do everything in my power to get us to the next game.
They went up on you guys 6-3. You guys were coming down the field. Looked like you were going to punch it in for a score with about 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to play. And when Ben Oyster fumbled the football, or the bad exchange with him and Jack, did you think it was over by that time?
No, we play 4 quarters of football. We play until there's zeros on that clock. We condition like that. we do everything until the time is up and there's nothing else we can do. So we're fighting till the end.
Talk a little bit about playing pretty much the same offense as you guys run. What's that like?
I'd say it's more similar to Romeo's offense because they're under center more. And how you beat that is you dominate in the trenches. And every D lineman, Belts, Lashurko, Schmidt, whoever else got in there, we dominated. And that's how you stop that kind of offense.
It looked like you had linebackers moving all around and flying to the football. Drake Minnie back, it looked like 100% tonight. And Alex Decker, I mean, he's just a little guy that just goes in there and starts all kinds of problems.
Yeah, he's a gremlin. But yeah, we play 11 heads to the ball. I mean, you've seen that all season. That's how we play football. That's how you win games.
A lot of times, their quarterback Zach Solden was able to get out of the pocket. You had to kind of really watch him all night. Did you have that in the back of your mind when you were rushing?
Yeah, I always did. It was kind of like play contained because these guys were setting back really hard, so you can't go inside or else he's just going to scramble. So it's more of a prevent him from scrambling kind of defensive rush, I guess you could say.
Okay, so Ben Metz catches the ball, and he's in the end zone. And what was going through your head at that time?
Words I can't say on camera. But I mean, I was excited that we got that and our offense scored. I mean, that's a huge play, and I could see, just looking over at Rochester Adams, I could see the life just sucked out of him. Just looked like a dagger to the throat right there. Yeah, it was a tremendous catch, and you know, you guys coming back, did you think it was going to be this close of a game? I knew it was going to be close to a game. Coach Smith said last Sunday, goes, this is war, and every play is war. And so that's how we prepared all week. We practiced in the cold, and we had long practices, and that's what you got to do to win these wars. You know, it gets cold out there. It must feel pretty good to have a team from Macomb County beat a team from Oakland County, because all you hear about is how strong they are over in Oakland County, and you've beat two of their top teams. What does that got to feel like? I mean, we treat every team the same. I mean, we don't really care where they're from, and we're just out here playing football. And I mean, it's cool that we beat them, but we're not really worried about where they're from or how strong they are. We play Eisenhower football. Well, that's great for me. That looked very exciting up there in the booth, and I congratulate you guys on your district championship, and I know you want to say hello to some folks. I just want to shout out the coaches, my teammates, my girlfriend, my family that came out, and all the fans that were getting loud towards the end of the game. That was really big. Thank you guys so much. Go Ike.
Stay tuned for game highlights right after this.
All right, this is Adam. Take two. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Hi, my name is Tom Izzo, the men's basketball coach at MSU. The threat of school violence is something that affects everyone and needs to be taken seriously. Okay to Say is a confidential way you can report anything that threatens your safety or the safety of others. If you see or hear something that doesn't seem right, submit a tip to Okay to Say. You can call, text, email, go online, or use the Okay to Say app. You could be the one person who helps to prevent a tragedy.
The Eisenhower Eagles' next opponent in the state playoffs would be the Rochester Adams Highlanders. The Highlanders defeated Romeo a week ago to earn the right to play Eisenhower. The last time the two teams played was in 2001 in the state playoffs. Ike won that one 27-17. The Highlanders would have the ball first to begin the game. Adams quarterback Zach Solden decides to keep it himself, and number 67 Alex Schmidt and number 10 Drake Minnie make him pay. On third down, a flock of Eagles stop running back Stephen Roncelli, forcing Adams to punt. Number 32 Caleb Oyster takes the football for 8 yards into Rochester Adams territory. The Highlanders would stop the Eagle drive, and Alex Schmidt and company would stop the Highlander drive. Feeling the pressure, quarterback Jack Morris takes off for 11 yards and an Ike first down. On third down, Jack Morris is sacked by number 77 Cole Mitchell, forcing Eisenhower to punt. Massimo D'Aristotle pins the Highlanders deep in their own territory with this punt. It's Alex Schmidt and friends again, stuffing the Highlander runner. Adams quarterback Zach Solden finds Ben Lucci for a big first down, and the Highlanders have some breathing room. The Rochester Adams drive moved into the second quarter, where number 88 Henry Janeway makes the tackle and forces the Highlanders to punt. On first down from their own 46, number 8 Zach Solden drops back to pass. This ball goes all the way downfield. Looks like a sure interception for Massimo D'Aristotle of Eisenhower, but it turns into a Highlander catch for Cole Perito. On 1st and 10 at the 21 of Eisenhower, it's Alex Schmidt again, leading the way to stop the Adams runner. On 2nd down, it's Schmidt again, this time with a sack. The Eagles' Alex Decker is first to meet the Adams runner, and his mates join in and force a 4th down situation for Adams. Rochester Adams' Ben Patton comes on and boots this 23-yard field goal, and the Highlanders draw first blood, and they lead it 3-0. On the ensuing kickoff, Ben Metz needed one more block, but still gets a good kickoff return. Eisenhower's next drive would end on this interception by Adams' Chase Coretta. The Eagles' defense needed to respond, and they did as Henry Janeway wraps up the Adams quarterback for a loss. Caleb Oyster picks up a first down on this run with less than a minute to play in the first half. The Eagle drive and the half would end on this interception by the Highlanders' number 77 Cole Mitchell. The first half would end with the Highlanders leading the Eagles 3-0. To begin the second half, the Eagles got the ball first, but could do nothing with it. Henry Janeway and the Eagle defense would respond. Janeway knocks the ball out of Zach Solden's hand, and it's recovered by the Eagles' number 99, Ryan Belts. It's 1st and 10 Eisenhower. Jack Morris finds a wide-open Caleb Oyster, who gets it down to the Highlander 6. The Eagles, however, couldn't punch it in. They have to settle for this 24-yard field goal by Massimo D'Aristotle. Eisenhower almost gets a break on the ensuing kickoff as John Fantauzo is close to getting an Eagle turnover. On 2nd and 8 from their own 41, this innocent-looking play by Rochester Adams turns into a big gainer by the Highlanders' Vincent Gary as he breaks tackles, heads down the sidelines before being shoved out of bounds by Ben Metz at the Eagle 25. With it 3rd and 9 at the Eagle 14, this pass goes incomplete, and the Highlanders are forced into a field goal situation. Ben Patton comes on and attempts this 31-yard field goal. It's wide to the left, and the Eagles dodge a bullet. The fourth quarter would begin with Ike punting to Rochester Adams. Eisenhower's Michael Kay doesn't see Cole Perito call for the fair catch. The Eagles are penalized, and Adams has great field position. The Highlanders go right to work as Solden hits Steven Roncelli, who breaks a tackle and gets it down to the Eagle 35. Adams would get the ball down to the Eagle 20, and that is where Eisenhower's D stiffened. Alex Decker makes the play here. Then it's Henry Janeway. Those plays would force Adams to kick this field goal for a 6-3 Highlander lead. The Eagles got the ball back with 5:47 left to play in the game. Jack Morris avoids a huge loss on a first down by making this tremendous run of 13 yards. Then Caleb Oyster would take it to the Adams 26. On fourth down from the Highlander 15, Ike goes for it, and Caleb Oyster gets the first down for the Eagles. On third down, the handoff exchange between Jack Morris and Caleb Oyster is a bad one. The result is a fumble. The ball is recovered by Rochester Adams' Garrett Lineberger. And all of a sudden, it looks pretty grim for Eisenhower, and Adams is poised for an upset. With it third down, the Eagles need a big stop to force Adams to punt, and they get it here. John Fantauzo bravely catches this punt and gets it inside the Adams 40. On 1st and 10 from the Adams 37, Jack Morris would hit Ben Metz on the post for an Eagle touchdown. The extra point was good, and Ike led 10-6. This play is worth another look. With 5.7 seconds left in the game, Adams had one more chance for a touchdown. And they throw the ball around the yard a bit before the Eagles tackle the final Highlander ball carrier to win the district championship by defeating Rochester Adams 10-6. Ike will move on in the state playoffs to face West Bloomfield next week at Barney Swinehart. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for our special feature right after this.
Sports give so many opportunities to kids. It gives them an opportunity to see where they fit within a team, persevere, understanding how to work with different personalities. Those are the lessons that will make you a successful adult. As a mom, you have to have an understanding of what concussions are.
Concussions are things that are treatable. If we take care of athletes, they will be able to develop and have a long, happy, healthy life.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports. a winning part of a complete education.
Our Eisenhower Eagle flashback this week takes us back to 1997. The Eisenhower Eagles were 6-3 that year. However, they did not qualify for the state playoffs. In 1997, 6 victories didn't necessarily mean you made the playoffs.
After dropping 3 straight, many teams in this state would have quit. But this was the Eisenhower Eagles, and the Eisenhower Eagles don't quit. Keith Manelski scores the first touchdown against Chippewa Valley on this play. Then Ryan Horn wakes up the Chippewa Valley kick returner with this smack. Dave Ostro does the same thing to the big red running back. JoJo Stransky almost breaks this one for a touchdown. The Eagle defense continues to play hard-nosed football as Charles Fox gets another sack. Mike Copeland breaks up this pass once again. And Keith Manelski gets good blocking from his line and goes all the way for the touchdown, and the Eagles led it 14-7. Vince Tucker sacks the Chippewa Valley quarterback here, stopping their drive. With the score tie, the Eagles turn to their senior quarterback, Ryan Diggin. He drove the team down the field with clutch throws to Chris Masano and Mike Patterson. This set up a 38-yard field goal, which turned out to be the game winner by Toller Starnes. There was enough time on the clock to give Chippewa Valley hope, but those hopes were dashed by Charles Fox, and the Eagles were back on the winning track.
The final score that year, Eisenhower 17, Chippewa Valley 14.
So, I got my start in officiating when a friend told me I should try it. At first I just did basketball, and I got hooked. Before long, I added baseball, softball, football, and volleyball. I really enjoyed giving back to the game, working with kids, and working with my local association to recruit and train new officials. I would like to say to anybody that officiating is a great way to help kids and stay connected to the game. We always need new officials. There's help wanted, just listen.
The recruiting of high school game officials never stops, especially for women. Only 11% of high school officials are women. I was fortunate to play high school sports, where so many men and women gave their time as officials. Now it's my turn. Joining a local officials association is the key to getting training, getting games, and getting the support I needed to make officiating fun and enjoyable. I can stay involved with the sports I love, I enjoy working with the kids, and I even met my husband through officiating. There's help wanted, just whistle.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed our show. The Eisenhower Eagles pulling one out here against Rochester Adams in the last minute, 10-6. So for Coach Chris Smith, I'm Tim Meyer saying we'll see you next time right here on the Eisenhower Eagle Football Review.